growing up in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, New York,
Bed-Stuy.
not having a lot of options in my immediate purview. So what is told to you is that you have limits in this area and you have a ceiling in this area, and the only options available to you are these very rudimentary things. There are other sky's the limit, dream your highest dream, be your best self goals that we were never encouraged toward. But luckily for me, there were a small handful, usually my teachers, who saw something special in me, in spite of what they knew my home environment was, raised in a home that had domestic violence, divorced parents, all those kinds of things, to help me find positive things about myself and discover what my personal gifts were and what my blessings were. And that put me on a trajectory to at least try. To at least explore, to at least see, and make my inability to participate the reason why I don't participate, not because someone else set limits on me.
Spotlights on, the moment's here. Voices of change, rising clear, leading with heart, fearless and bright, purpose and passion, light in the night. From the boardroom to the block, moving mountains, breaking locks with Taji, Sherry, we rise. Real talk, real life, real highs. So step in the light while leaders grow. This is Leaders in the Spotlight. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back to Leaders in the Spotlight, where we dive into the highs, lows, and plot twists of leadership. I am Taiji Charity, your host, and today's guest, y'all, is my friend and sister in Christ and purpose, Dr. Dawnn Lewis. Dr. Lewis is the president and CEO of Morning Jewel Incorporated, a multi-platform production company in areas of film, television, animation, music, publishing, and live events. She is also the founder and CEO of a New Day Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to providing financial and programmatic support to underserved youth and grassroots organizations. With over 40 years of service, she has been recognized with an Honorary Doctorate in the Humanities for her 40 years of unwavering service and support to youth and communities across the country and abroad. She is the recipient of a Trumpet Award, Grammy Award, multiple NAACP Image Awards, ASCAP and BMI Songwriting Awards, and she was inducted into the Women Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2021. Y'all, she's a walking powerhouse, okay? Her career spans iconic television, film, stage, and music. You know her work, even if you don't realize it. Whether it's starring in A Different World, lighting up Broadway in Tina, the Tina Turner musical, or voicing fan favorites in The Simpsons, Star Trek, Lower Decks, Futurama, or Karma's World, just to name a few. On screen, she's been in This Is Us, Veronica Mars, 911, Young Rocks, and so many more. Her music shows up in Disney, HBO, NBC projects, and she's recorded with legends like Quincy Jones and Vanessa Williams. And beyond all of that, she's given back through her leadership roles with SAG-AFTRA and the National Center for Civil and Human Rights. Dawnn's life and career is a masterpiece in creativity, purpose, and service. And y'all know I'm ecstatic about this conversation. So we about to have a good old time and dive in.
I'm exhausted just listening to you.
Girl, I'm like, don't scream, Taji, don't scream. But I want to scream. Welcome to the show, sis. I am so happy you are here.
I am so happy to be here. I love you. I honor you. I have such respect for all that you have accomplished. And for us to be here now, decades later, after meeting and going in our directions and doing what we can, just to do what we can, this really, this is exciting for me.
Oh my gosh.
And sitting here in your studio, in the kids' studio, this is awesome.
You were right here for the ribbon cutting.
Yes, ma'am.
You blessed us with the Black National
Anthem. Yes, ma'am.
I was done that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You always show up.
Well, you know what? There are things worth showing up for.
I appreciate
you. What you're doing, and you as a person, and the growth in these kids from the days we used to go to the foster
group
schools,
homes.
to the group homes and such, and oversee their programs and projects and writing and casting workshops and all of it. it's really, really inspiring.
Thank you, sis. Well, I'm here to talk about your organization. A New Day Foundation.
Yes,
Sis,
ma'am.
tell us the mission and the purpose of your nonprofit.
Well, you kind of covered a lot of it, but the germination of all of it was growing up in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, New York, not having a lot of options in my immediate purview. So what is told to you is that you have limits in this area and you have a ceiling in this area, and the only options available to you are these very rudimentary things. There are other sky's the limit, dream your highest dream, be your best self goals that we were never encouraged toward. But luckily for me, there were a small handful, usually my teachers, who saw something special in me, in spite of what they knew my home environment was, raised in a home that had domestic violence, divorced parents, all those kinds of things, to help me find positive things about myself and discover what my personal gifts were and what my blessings were. And that put me on a trajectory to at least try, to at least explore, to at least see, and make my inability to participate the reason why I don't participate, not because someone else set limits on me.
You're going to have me sipping all
morning
doing this interview.
So now the work I do with the A New Day Foundation is actually a culmination of decades of work I was doing long before I even had a foundation. While I was in junior high, I went back to elementary school and talked to my teachers and spoke to the elementary school students. When I was in college, I went back to high school. I went back to my junior high. I went back to and that was my personal feed for me to keep me encouraged when the world was not encouraging.
But those leadership qualities were instilled in you
in me from very
age.
young age, was to give back, was to encourage somebody the way I was encouraged. So once I started doing film and television, and now you have some notoriety, you have celebrity, you have a platform, I was able to expand that outreach beyond my own personal circle of where I had been to people I'd never met before, in countries I'd never been before. So there were certain national programs that I wanted to do, because up until then I'd been doing everything on my own dime, on my own time. And now I wanted to do some national focused targeted programs. And so all the organizations I had helped over the years and done master classes for, I went to them and said, would you support me in now what I'm trying to do? And they said, Dawnn, we love you, but we can't just give you money. You have to be a nonprofit. So that was the birth of the A New Day Foundation. And it's a play on my name, Dawnn, A New Day, where we are purposed and committed to creating a new day of opportunity for our participants, so that where you were yesterday is not where you have to be today, nor where you need to end up tomorrow. If you invest in being your best self, we tell them, I am my best investment. So if you're wondering what to do with your time, with your money, with your passion, with your talent, with your gifts, deposit it in yourself so that what comes to you can get through you and shine. And shine for your own personal growth, and as far as I'm concerned, for God's glory.
I know that's right. Let me sip on that.
So that's the whole mission of the foundation, is we don't focus on one specific thing, but we try to provide opportunities and introductions into career and cultural offerings that most of our participants have never seen or had no idea that that was an actual job. Everything from, you mentioned I do voiceover work. We've taken groups of students into the recording studio and taught them how to do their own animation and video game projects, from script breaking down to learning how to work the equipment, to the engineering board, setting up and EQing mics, to creating the voices on the mic, to now editing everything together. We do all kinds of things. Coding. We took a group of young boys indoor skydiving, where they didn't only just get to skydive, but were taught aerodynamics and mathematics. We've done all kinds of things across the board.
You just did a camp in Chicago,
we just
right?
did a a music camp, our first one for 1 full week on the Columbia College campus, where they were broken up into 4 different different bands where they learn 5 different styles of music, as well as information about the music industry, how to best present yourselves. They all got professional recordings of their work and professional headshots to use when they go out into the world. And we're already slated for 2026.
Oh my God. And you let me see the promo video.
Yes,
it was so beautiful. And the background music was played by the young people.
Yes, at the end of the band camp, we had a big, huge concert just for the students as well as the faculty. We got up and jammed for the kids too, so they could see, so my teacher wasn't just telling me what to do.
Right.
My teacher can actually throw down.
Right.
So yes, so it's primarily, we were looking for young people in the Chicago area, but a couple of students all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, heard about the camp, and their families thought this is a good investment for what this child wants to do, and bought plane tickets, paid for hotel rooms, and came for the entire week, which is amazing. So
Absolutely.
to any of the parents that are out there
Kudos
listening,
to
the
you.
way you can, kudos to you for the way you invest in and speak into the life of your young person, because it ended up being, I know for many of those students, a life-changing experience.
Absolutely.
So everything we do free of charge. So if you ever hear me begging for money, that's why I'm begging.
Invest in, partner with us to invest in these young people.
Exactly.
I know that's
so
right.
that we can just present the opportunity, and all they have to do is commit and show up.
Yeah.
Because we want them to know what's out there
Absolutely.
and available.
Absolutely. And I think it takes organizations like yours and others who are doing amazing work to compete against social media, because a lot of these young people that find themselves lost in social media and start comparing themselves to what they think they see others doing and excelling in social media. But we're taking back that power and saying, no. We're going to invest in you and your talent. What they doing is what they're doing. But we're going to focus on what you're doing and what you're able to do.
Exactly.
So it's time, you know what, calm down, Taji, because I'm getting so excited here. So I'm going to just say thank you for the work that you're doing. And I know you're just probably scraping the surface of all the things, because you're based in LA, but your program is national. Yeah. You're doing work across the country.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is amazing. So let me ask you, before we get deep into some other conversations around leadership, how do one find your organization? How do they find out about all these amazing programs that you're providing?
Well, we've got a couple of ways now. We have our website, anewdayfoundation.net. So www.anewdayfoundation.net. We have a Facebook page, A New Day Foundation, and we have a YouTube page where we put up all the videos of all the interviews of all the things that the kids have done. So that's the A New Day Foundation YouTube page. So we're pretty much everywhere, and then I'm always posting stuff on my page as well. So yes, you can find us that way. And you can also donate directly on the site, or our mailing address is there. If you still write checks, I know I still write checks.
Look,
feel free to put it in the mail and
that
come
check.
to us. Yes. And if you've got a special desire, whether it's $5, $5,000, $50,000, whatever it is, if you want to sponsor one of our youth programs, if you want to sponsor programs just for girls or just for boys, or our coding program, or our program for HBCU students, or whatever it is. It can be a specific gift, or it can be a gift towards us creating whatever it is we need to create. At our annual conference, it focuses on financial literacy and technology, and that'll be here in Los Angeles sometime between the end of April or early May. This year's conference was on the Loyola Marymount campus, and we gave out 10 scholarships of $2,000 each and a brand new laptop.
Wow. What's the age range?
For that conference, it is high school juniors and seniors and their parent. They get to bring a parent, so that whole family goes home informed, and college freshmen and sophomores. So it's that 4-year demographic, 2 years to prepare for college, and the 2 years having just arrived. Okay, I'm here, now what? How do I finish? How do I get through? What do I focus on? So our conference focuses on financial literacy, how to get to and through your higher education goals, as well as technology, the careers that are available in technology. How do you take what interests you and turn it into a business? Everything involves tech.
Wow.
these days.
Yes, it does.
It does. And then health and wellness, as well as a specific course in, we call it motivation, activation, skill set.
Wow.
Management. It's like, okay, you got all this great information. How do you put it together to get a successful outcome? And that conference happens every year. So every student is invited to compete for one of our scholarships.
Okay.
So you have to be enrolled in college. So if you're a graduating senior, you have to prove that you got accepted into a college.
Yes.
If you're a continuing college student, that you're still enrolled, because that's where we send the $2,000
To the school.
to the the
Yes.
school. Now, if you're a junior in high school, so you don't particularly qualify for that because you're not going to college yet. We also give you an achievement award, which is a cash award anywhere from $200 to $500 with a device of some kind.
Look, my little one gonna be in high school next year.
Come
so we
on,
signing
so there
up,
we
you
go.
know
So
it.
there we go. I love it.
I mean, it's just so amazing because you provide a lot of wraparound services. But let's talk about the launching of your nonprofit. What was that experience like for you, and how did you grow it? How did you build your team around it? How did you decide which programs you want? You know, how did you do it from ground zero to where it is now? And plus, let me say this before you even answer. I'm so grateful because with a woman of your multiple talents and success in the industry, you could be off doing anything you want to do, but you decided to invest in our children, in our community. What did it take for you to build it?
That's a very daunting question. Because up until formalizing the foundation, to your point, I would do things around my filming schedule or my appearance schedule, if and when I was available. Committing to doing a nonprofit, I knew what my personal passion was, but this whole environment, this nonprofit environment, is a whole, pardon the pun, different world.
You better
it's
talk about it.
It's a different world.
It's a
different world. Okay, it's no joke.
It isn't.
But the corporate people that I had supported over the years said, "Dawnn, don't worry about it. We got you. This is our lane. We can guide you through how to do this, the business of it, because it is a business.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's starting a corporation. It is starting a business. You work for a nonprofit. You're not in it to make money. You're in it to provide services, but it's still a business.
Right.
And that was not my lane. So I was the name, I was the face, I was the passion, I was the idea comer-upper with, I want to do this, I want to introduce the kids to X, Y, and Z, but I need guidance on how to pull this together. So I had this amazing support group of different corporate CEOs and such that came aboard and helped me put this together. I was a little intimidated by what I was told was the process to become a 501c3, but it all depends on who you're working with. Because people who are good at what they do are good at what they do. So I got introduced to someone that could help me go through the legal process of starting a nonprofit. And she got my paperwork in less than a month.
Oh, no, that's right.
I had my nonprofit status in less than a month. I know some people it's taken them a year, a couple of years, or longer.
And once they start denying it, it's like you feel like you're going down a rabbit hole.
Yes. It's a whole other thing. So I'm really grateful for that. That's nothing but God.
I know that's
who
right.
was taking steps to say, okay, I don't want this child to be discouraged and frustrated and quit.
I know that's right.
let me handle a few things.
Let me guide her. Let me lead and guide her.
Let me lead and guide it. And so that was great. However, within 6 months of doing that, half of my CEOs retired or they moved out of the state, and all of a sudden it was just me and a couple of volunteers. But we still had this vision. I still had this vision of what I wanted to do. So again, grace of God, we were bringing in a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there, because most corporations don't want to just fund a brand new foundation. They want you to have at least 2 to 3 years experience.
It's such an oxymoron. It's so interesting. But yes,
because you can't do the work without the money, but they won't give you the money until you do the work. Okay. So gratefully, again, this is God. because of my reputation and different corporations that knew I had been in this environment for years. This wasn't just something new for me. Okay, Dawnn, we've seen you for the last 30 years at this event supporting these kids doing X, Y, and Z. So I tell you what, we'll give you a couple dollars and you'll be in our queue for next year. So I got a couple dollars here and there, here and there. I have to give a shout out to Senator Stephen Bradford. He's retired now. He helped me get my first money.
Really?
Because I sat in his office and he asked me, what can I do to help? I said, everyone loves my work. They asked me for an autograph and then tell me, no, we can't give you any money. So he said, let me make a call. So he called SoCal Gas. And the CEO of SoCal Gas called their community engagement department and said, this young lady's coming up to have a meeting. I want you to help her any way we possibly can. They gave me my first $25,000. I cried in their office. And once they gave me money, other people started saying, okay, well, if they'll support you, then we'll support you.
Absolutely.
So
interesting how that works.
It's very interesting, but that's part of how it works. It's about relationships. So anybody who's out there listening to this and you want to start a 501c3, you want to do work and engagement, be patient with the process, be patient with yourself, be authentic, be genuine, be prepared to handle your business because that's what they respond to. They want to know that their money is going to be well used. It's going to be used the way you told them it was going to be used. So you need to present and have documentation that this is what is happening.
Excellent
So
advice.
in all honesty, I did that way for 6.5, almost 7 years. And I thought it was going to kill me. No,
Girl,
you wait, let's both take a sip.
To that.
Because truth be told,
I can
doing
relate.
all of that work, basically just me and a volunteer and organizing, the annual conference, the different youth programs for the teen boys is called Mentors, for the teen girls is called Sisters Hangout, doing several of those throughout the year. I honestly thought I was going to get an ulcer. I thought I was getting an ulcer and I was ready to stop. I was like, okay, God, this is so much more than I signed up for, but I'm committed to doing things a certain way. And I can't, this is not sustainable. It was never supposed to be just me doing all of this, doing the work of 8, 9, 10 different people. And I was ready to stop. And I lifted up a prayer. I said, God, unless you present the means and the support to keep doing this better and doing it well, and so that it doesn't deplete me as much as it has been, I'm ready to stop. 3 days later, that same Senator Bradford that I hadn't spoken to in almost 7 years called me up out of the blue and said, Dawnn, how are you doing? I said, I'm okay, I'm good. And he said, we've been watching what you've been doing with your foundation, and we believe the state of California should be doing more to help you. Can you use some money?
Oh my God. Okay.
The short of the long story is he says, okay, so you have been approved. He had me send in some paperwork. Can you get it to me? I said, it was in his hands in less than 24 hours.
I know, that's right.
So again, handle your business. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
I know. Ooh,
so when the opportunity comes, what do you need? I am so excited that I want to help you help me. How do I help you help me? He said, I need this, this, and this. He had it in his hands in less than 24 hours. 2 days later, he called me back and says, okay, the grant has been approved. You will get no less than $500,000. But I need you to know I put in for $1.2 million.
Oh my, the whole cup is about to be empty. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so now I'm waiting. Another 3 weeks, almost a month goes by. 2 days before my birthday, which is in August, he calls me back and says, okay, I want you to hear from me. It has been approved, and you will be getting a check for $1.2 million.
Oh my God. Don't make me.
I cried.
Make me cry.
And I said to him,
did you say the whole $1.2 million?
$1.2 million. $1.2 million.
Oh, Lord,
so I said, okay, I have absolutely no shame. And I cried on the phone. I said, you are an answer to a prayer, because I was ready to sit down. I'm ready to cry. I was ready to sit down. I was ready to stop. No one has to explain to me the value of what we're doing or the importance of what we're doing or the need for what we're doing and how it is changing and blessing the lives of these young people in these communities and these families. But I just could not keep doing it the way that I was.
Right.
So he gave me this grant, which now put me in a position to hire staff.
Yes.
To be able to afford and expand programs that we can sustain across the country. And that was the summer of 2023. So we got our first installment, winter of 24. And the grant is up January of 26. So we are tasked with spending that money.
Yes.
Or if you don't use it, they figure, well, you don't need it, we'll take it back.
Right.
So you have to spend it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So hear me when I'm saying this next part. That means we need 1.2 million more. So anybody listening, as of January, that money's going to be gone.
Yeah.
But we still need, if we still want to do the work, to continue to raise money so I can pay the team, so we can give the scholarships, so we can afford to do the programs and provide support wherever we can support. So I am committed to doing this until the wheels fall off.
Right. Just the fact that you said 3 days later, like that's like a whole spiritual sermon that's just like dropped right in my spirit. I'm like, 3 days later.
3 days later, God. So I said, okay, you got jokes.
You got right.
You know, for real, I was really ready to sit down.
Right.
So if you didn't make a way, I was ready to sit down and be okay.
But His purpose and His plan. And it takes sometimes surrendering it all.
Yeah, surrender
so
it all.
He can say, see, you can't claim you did this.
That part.
I did this. Oh my gosh.
So as far as leadership goes, then that's a whole other thing, because now
as you
delegate, you know, you want to be a good steward of the money. Just because you have the money doesn't mean you want to spend it frivolously.
Right.
And with grants like that, you are committed to spending it a certain way, because they will only approve certain expenditures
and
dot those I's and keep reports, etc.
Absolutely.
So now it becomes, when I was doing it all myself, I knew what was done, what wasn't done, how it was done, when it was done, all those things. But now, to your point about leadership, now you're instructing other people. You're instructing a team, an executive director, a program coordinator, an event, and you have to trust, yet with a supervising eye.
Trust but verify. That's one of my mentors.
Verify. Yes. So you have to be very, very intentional and clear on who you hire in the first place.
Right.
You have to be very intentional and clear on what your personal strengths are and or weaknesses.
Right.
Are you actually a leader? Are you good at sharing information? Are you good at giving clear and concise direction and communication? Because before things can be implemented, they have to be understood.
Yeah.
And not necessarily the way your teammate understands it, but they need to understand the way you understand it.
Yeah.
Because I need you to accomplish what I want accomplished, not your version of what you thought I said I wanted accomplished.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's my name that is on this. I'm the one they're going to come looking for. They're not going to come looking for my assistant.
Right.
They're not going to look for the event coordinator. It's going to be Dawnn Lewis's program dropped the ball, or Dawnn Lewis's program excelled, or Dawnn Lewis said, I never met you. I never spoke to you. You spoke to somebody else on my team, but all of a sudden
it's absolutely
Dawnn Lewis said.
There you go.
So it becomes very, very important that you start with you. You examine you first as the head. And should you be the head?
Yeah, that's good.
Or should you just be the heart? Maybe you need to hire somebody else to be the head.
Oh, that's good.
But that only starts with you being willing to be honest with yourself. If you're an impatient person, if you are a person that is kind of scattered and needs guidance in how to pull directions together or elements together, then you may be better off just expressing your passion or your desire to someone. Be in the heart. and let someone else get clarity on what it is that needs to be done and empower them to go ahead
that's good.
and do it. Because that's a good leader also.
Yeah. Hopefully my team not listen because I'm very impatient. But they like, when do you want it done? I'm like, yesterday. Yesterday. But that's so good.
Yeah.
That is
so now
so
that's
good.
the learning experience. It's that, wait a minute. So all of these things I'm asking y'all to do, I was doing this all by myself.
I say that a lot.
Yes.
I say that a lot.
So now you've got 8 people doing what used to be done by one person.
Yeah.
And where that's a blessing, it's also a lot of heads to check.
Yeah.
So yes, you want to trust and empower, but at the same time, you're the one with the global vision, with the
That's good.
overview of what's going on. So you really need to be aware as a leader of what every department is responsible for.
Yeah, that's good.
And then supervise and make sure those departments are communicating with each other.
Yeah.
Because they may all be specific lanes, but it's the specific lanes.
Still working towards one goal, one mission, one purpose.
Goal.
Absolutely.
Exactly. If you think of any successful or busy freeway system, you got 6 lanes going this way, 6 lanes going this way, but it's all one highway.
Yeah.
It's all one freeway.
Absolutely.
Lanes going like this, like this, like this is not a successful roadway.
Yeah.
There's going to be accidents, crashes, smash ups.
Absolutely.
All of that. Nobody getting to the same place.
All the time, we're like, you cannot work in silo. The right hand must know what the left hand is doing. We have to communicate with one another. Because we need to know that we're all moving in the same direction. Even though we're doing different tasks. We're all moving in the same direction.
Yep. And some of those tasks rely on the other tasks.
Absolutely.
Like, I can't do my job until you finish your job. So can you please tell me if you've done it?
Yeah.
And don't make me have to keep coming checking you. Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet?
Is it done yet?
Is it done yet? I need you to do it.
Right.
And then let everybody know, okay, this is done.
Yes.
Phase 2.
Yes.
So now the next person can take over, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
That's so good. Oh my, look, this sounds like you've been doing this for a long time. This sounds like Fortune 500 advice, okay? In leadership. And I absolutely love that because you've established the culture of your organization. And that's very important, especially when you're bringing in new people. They understand how everything operates and how you operate and your expectations. Right? I think that was probably one of the hardest things for me is I knew what I was expecting, but I wasn't always communicating those expectations very well. So I had to go back and start communicating those expectations and setting realistic goals and also talking about accountability because that was hard because I don't like confrontation. I don't like to have to pull your coattail. I don't like all of that makes me very uncomfortable. I want us to just, you know what to do, I know what to do, let's make it happen. But it doesn't always automatically work that way. You have to be able to communicate. You have to set those expectations. And I tell my team, even when I do have to pull a coattail, depending on the level of our relationships, I always say, I reference it like, all right, you know I love you, right? But like I have to put up that kind of, safety because it's really true. I do care about the people that work with me. And plus a lot of people that work with me, we were friends even before I started the organization. So I just appreciate you and how you communicate your expectations and what you're looking for in terms of your team. I try.
Sometimes, again, I have to kind of check myself because I'm a self-starter. I'm a self-motivating type people. And
I can show you better than I can tell you.
I can show you better than I can tell you, but I see a need and my immediate reaction is to fill the need. Not to look for somebody else. I wonder who we can get to come and do this, or
even fix it. That's my thing.
Or fix
it.
Why
do you keep just jump in and try to fix things?
Yes.
Even when I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, the thing is, like, how many times are you going to keep stepping over this broken thing? Just pick it up.
Yes.
And fix it. But for you to stand and say, "Well, that's not my job," it's like, but you see, it needs. Anyway.
Yeah. But you heard when I said that my studio manager was in the background talking about, this is not a live audience. We ain't asking for background noise, right? I just need to say that. But anyway.
but what I had to learn from myself and be reminded is that everybody's not me.
Yes, that's
Everybody
good.
is not a self-starter. Everybody does not look for the gaps to fill.
Right.
Everybody does not necessarily strive for being specific, being excellent, being efficient, being effective.
Yes.
Most people just want to get the job done.
Right.
No extras, nothing less, nothing more.
Right.
And they won't do it until you tell them to do it. It's like, do you really need me to tell you to
Need
do
forward
X, Y, and
thinkers.
Z?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you started down this road and you see that X, Y, and Z is missing. Do you really just stand there and stop and wait for somebody else to come and instruct the next thing? Or do you figure it out and solve it, resolve it, and move on, maybe even improve it?
Yeah.
Okay, not everybody does that.
Right.
All right. So I recognize, because I've worked with so many different people, different leadership styles. Some people are taskmasters, cut to the chase, no frills, no, look, I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, but if your feelings get hurt, I suggest you pick them up and fix them, because I got other stuff to do. I'm not the one to sit here and fix your feelings for you. I need X, Y, and Z done. You got those kind of people. Then you have other people who are more easygoing, who, give instruction and go on their way, and they check in or they don't check in or the whatever. But what I've learned is I tend to be a very easygoing person. I'm a very specific person. I'm a very particular person. I want things the way that I want them. And if I explain it to you a certain way and you say, okay, yes, I get it. Yes, I understand. And then you go off and do some other version, just recognize there's going to be an issue. It's not going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't end up where I asked you to end up, and you go, oh, well, I thought, and this, and I said, I didn't ask you to think. I asked you if you understood what I needed done, and you said yes. So why would you choose to do something other than what I asked you to do?
Yeah.
Well, I thought this and this and this and this and this and this. It's like, okay. So the reason I asked you to do it this way was because of this, and this. Other things that you have no knowledge of.
Yeah.
That
you're looking at things from a bird's eye view.
I'm looking at things from a bird's eye view. So I know who has to get this and the way they want that. And it needs to be presented a certain way. So I didn't ask you to fix it. I didn't ask you to figure it out. I just asked you to do what I needed done.
Yeah.
Because I've asked other people to do what I've needed done. And if all of you do what I needed done, then we can present it the way it needs to be presented.
And leaving space for, if I ask you to do it a certain way and you come up with something that might be different or you think may enhance it, have the conversation with me. And then let's do it that way. Because my team do it all the time. They like, well, what about? And I'm like, yes.
And that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. What that tells me is that you really did understand the assignment.
Yes.
You really did understand the assignment, and you're trying to take it to the next level. And that's perfect. That's desire. That's that forward thinking. That's that proactive nature that I am talking about. So it becomes a fine line. It's just like parenting. Are you going to be their friend or their parent?
That's good.
So the same thing in leadership. Am I going to be your friend or am I going to be the leader? Or can we do something that's in the space of the two, where as your leader, I recognize that you are bringing positive things to the table, positive things to the environment, positive things to the outcome, and thereby positive things to me in my life. Can we work that way? Because if you need a taskmaster, I don't think you want me to be, you don't want to see that side of me, because it's not like I can't do it.
Right.
It may hurt
Right.
a little. I
might sting a little.
I need you to come to work with some Band-Aids, Neosporin.
Right.
Yes, and some Benadryl
on that.
I need you to come, to fix that, because But I would rather us be able to laugh together.
Yes.
To feel that we can talk to each other beyond work.
That
I don't need to get
respect.
into mutual respect. But just understand who's working for who and what we're trying to get accomplished. It's a fine line. It's not easy.
Oh my God.
It's not easy.
Sis, this is so good. And there's so many more questions I want to ask you. I got that time's up.
Did we get the time's up?
I'm like,
Man, I got at least 3 more lies I wanted to tell. No? I don't have time?
Look. Go for it. I want to go for it because there's so many more questions. Okay, I will ask you this real quickly. Who are some of the leaders you admire?
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Who are some of the leaders that I admire? I admire Debbie Allen.
Yes.
For her creative vision, that she has carved out for herself as an individual.
Yeah.
And for us in the world of entertainment, for the projects that she chooses to direct, produce, write, choreograph, participate in, she has managed to cull together this professional business acumen, this regard throughout multiple industries because of her ability, because of her excellence. She's a get it done kind of person. So I have really high respect and regard for that.
That's beautiful.
I have really high regard and respect, and not to make it political, but for Barack and Michelle Obama, who came in to lead this country when a good portion of the country had faith in them, but there was a whole other undercurrent that did not, and did everything in their power to take them out. And certain of those elements are still in power now. And the visceral attack against people of color and people on the margins and women is beyond the pale. It's beyond the comprehension. So for he and his family to have taken us and weathered the storms that they weathered with as much as he got accomplished, you can only imagine how much more he could have done if he didn't have to deal with the foolishness. I'm gonna call it foolishness here on your show.
Look, call it what it is.
With like the foolishness, okay? He's an amazing leader. Mark Morial, the national president of the Urban League, leads and crafts all of our states, all of their chapters across the country to create services and opportunities and engagement and protections for people of color.
That's good.
Economically, in different world markets, and here nationally, to make sure that we are represented and our voices are heard. There's a few other people, but on a creative level, on a global level, on a national community, national level, those would be three people.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you, this woman named Taiji Charity, who got groups of people together from Hollywood, all walks of life, from cinematographers to writers to directors to actors to lighting designers, to all of these people. Some names you've seen in credits, some names and faces you've seen in front of the camera that have all come on board. Not everybody was here from the start. I was here from the start.
Yes, you were.
But once we got the ball rolling, the names and the faces and the companies and the civic support that you have received is just a testament to your purpose, to your commitment, to your excellence, and to your leadership. And you, Charisse Bremond of Brotherhood Crusade, are definite, and Kat Delgado over at Junior Achievement are, I consider, mentors to me on this journey. And I pick your brain from time to time. It's like, okay, how do we do this? How do we keep this moving? How do we grow this? And you ladies, to a person, have all made yourselves available to me. Absolutely. And I don't know where I would be without that support.
Thank you. This has just been so amazing. I just don't want it to end. I think we can
go over. I got those last 3 lies in. Did you get them? All lies. All lies.
We'll take it. But I would just say this.
Yes.
I don't know if everybody knows that you actually wrote the theme song to A Different World.
Yes, ma'am.
And when I think of the lyrics to A Different World, starting out, I know my parents love me. Like, to me, the foundation represents parents. Stand behind me, come what may.
Right.
That's what your organization is doing.
You.
You are standing behind so many amazing young people. And I can't say thank you enough.
My pleasure.
For being a phenomenal leader, a phenomenal person, just phenomenal and talented, okay?
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. I know we could have done a part 2, a part 3, and a part 4 with Dawnn. Hopefully we'll have her back soon. We might even co-host this thing one day.
Come on.
All right, but thank you. I know Dawnn has dropped some nuggets today that will help you on your leadership journey. And one of them is, with somebody with the name and the talent and the gifts and the history of this amazing woman, showing you that She had to put in the work to create her nonprofit. It wasn't just given to her. The funding didn't just come to her. She did the work. So I encourage all of you to do the work on your leadership journey. Until next time, have an amazing day. And don't forget to do those 3 magical words: like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can also find us on God One TV. Have a great day. Bye now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. I hope you were inspired and you gained some valuable nuggets that will help you to become a better leader and to walk in your God-given authority. Bye until next time.